The following is a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.
Good morning, you filthy animals. Happy day after Christmas. Hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you're off all week. It's going to be in the 70s by the weekend. How cool is that? It was like 0 a couple days ago. It's going to be in the 70s. No time off here on Tony Kurre Radio. Sitting here in the studio. We did 4 shows yesterday. Special thanks to, of course, Kip Kiefer working on holidays. Also, Michael Coleman from the Montgomery Area Food Bank. MAFB.org if you'd like to help out the Montgomery Food Bank. They cover 35 counties in the great state of Alabama, and the Tony Kurre Radio, very, very happy to be and proud to be part of in partnership with the Montgomery Area Food Bank. They do wonderful work. Sam Rushing, good morning to you, bro. You know, it's interesting, and I'm 56 years old. I got my kids on Christmas. Greatest Christmas I've ever had this past week. It was unbelievable to have my kids, and we just had a great time. We're going to spend the whole week together, and I'm floating around this world. It's just awesome. I'm so blessed. Thank the Lord. Fantastic. But it's funny because I miss my dad. My dad passed away about 5 or 6 years ago. And I think about all the things that he used to do, and I always thought to myself, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that, what my dad did. It's like the old saying, you know, if your dad wore grippy underwear, you're going to wear grippy underwear. And you do a lot of the same characteristics that your dad did as a father and son, and I'm imagining it's like that with daughters and mothers too. And so there's so many things that my dad used to do, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do that. Then I find myself doing it later on in life. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm actually doing this. And so my dad always used an electric razor, and I've always used a straight edge, a shaving cream thing. And as I've gotten older, my hair is getting a little white, just a little bit. Thank goodness it's staying pretty brown up here, but it's getting gray over here. And I'm not vain enough to have my hair colored. I don't give a damn. Whatever, I'm 56. I'm going to grow it out and live it the way God wants me to live it. But my son bought me an electric razor for Christmas. Dude, it is the greatest. It's one of the greatest gifts, on top of getting my kids and some other things. It's one of the greatest gifts I ever got. I never realized, in 56 years, it's hard to change after you get over the age of 50. You know what I mean? After 50, you're kind of set in your ways. The age of 50, it's the greatest gift, man. It takes like 30 seconds to shave. I've never had one. I've never used an electric razor. It is fantastic. Take the tops off. I'm like, this is beautiful. It's great. I'm just telling you. Nothing against Gillette or anyone else, but man, if you get an electric razor and you've got like real grown man hair and it's kind of bristly, oh, it's fantastic. It's great. One gift we are going to be talking about on the Kurre and Claypo show coming up on Thursday with Dr. Josh Claypo and myself. We'll be on Facebook, and then you can see Kurre and Claypo on Fox 6. With producer Jeremy and Janice and Mickey Ferguson and Mike Deverly and Toy and Claire, the entire crew at Fox 6. They do fantastic, and thanks for their wonderful partnership as well. We'll be on with them about 9:35 on Thursday. Is what happens when someone gives you some workout equipment or a gym membership for the holidays. If you're one of those people out there that has put on a few pounds in 2020, 2021, 2022, and it was pretty easy because we were going through COVID, a lot of people were hanging out at home, we were looking for comfort food, we were probably eating too much because we were around food a lot more as opposed to being in an office. I heard a story where 30% of all Americans are morbidly obese, but now that number is probably going to be pushing 40% because of the pandemic, and we know it's a hell of a lot easier to put it on than it is to take off. And so this woman was on TikTok yesterday, and she said her husband gave her a gym membership, and she's like, what the hell? And he was like, well, you asked for it. And she's like, no, I didn't. When you're in a relationship, and I'll just say you're married for a period of time, and say your mate is kind of letting it go, and normally it's the guy who lets it go, right? The dad bods, because we're getting older. We take things for granted. We realize our wife and our family love us no matter how we look because it's what's on the inside instead of the outside. But let's be real here, man. If your wife and or your husband is keeping it straight over the years and they continue to look fantastic and you're letting yourself go, I'm not saying you have a divorce in your future, but you need to be respectful and you need to look good for your mate. If you're wondering why you ain't getting laid once a week, maybe it's because you've gained 30 pounds since COVID started, right? So you got to do the right things. You gotta stay nice. That's why it's important to hygienically stay smelling good, looking good, and feeling good. Now, if your mate all of a sudden is getting their teeth whitened and they're going to a gym 3 days a week and all of a sudden they're looking fantastic and nothing's changed in your love life and you're keeping up pretty good with your body, then there may be a little bit of a red flag there. You're like, what's going on here? But then if you're the one that you want your mate to feel better about themselves, be healthier, eat better, and perhaps start working out because you kind of see them losing a little bit, I got news for you. They already know. When you're gaining weight and your pants ain't fitting or your skirt's not fitting and you're eating chocolate cake all day and not eating vegetables, you know what you're doing is wrong. You don't need your mate to tell you. Now, if you give them the clue, hey, you know what, I don't feel good about myself, I've gained some weight, I sure like to lose some weight, blah, 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 that's great. They realize there's an issue, there's a problem. You're probably thinking to yourself, good, because she don't look like she did 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, and I wish she did. Maybe I don't even find her that physically attracting anymore. I still love her. In the inside, she's beautiful, but on the outside, she's letting it go. And this goes for guys too. You have to allow them to throw out that first buoy. They have to be the one to go, you know what, honey, I need to lose some weight. I need to start eating better. Would you please get me this? Or would you join me at this gym? Then it's okay. Then you can be the one that's thoughtful and say, you know, you said maybe you wanted to lose some weight, and so I'm here to help you out, and so I got your gym membership. If you do it unprovoked, then it makes you look overzealous. If all of a sudden you're getting your gal or your guy a treadmill and they didn't ask for it, that ain't good. That ain't good, because they're going to read into that and there's going to be resentment there. And if anything, they're going to go further down the obesity lane than they are getting healthier. So don't do that. But you can, in a very subtle way, particularly if you're in a loving relationship and you communicate like you're supposed to find out if that's in fact what they want and how you can help. A lot of ways is maybe you start your own workout regimen. Well, I don't need to work out. Well, if you want your wife or your boyfriend to start looking good for you again, then maybe you start going to a gym, or maybe going, hey, listen, you know what? I'm getting the muffin top here. I can't see, little dog hanging anymore. Maybe my belly's getting too big. I'm thinking about maybe walking the neighborhood. Start small, baby steps. I'm thinking about walking the neighborhood a little bit. Would you like to take a walk with me? Because husband and wife should walk anyway. It's a great time to hold hands, talk about their day, talk about what's going on. So you do that. You walk around the neighborhood a little bit, and then you can move up to the next thing about going. Now, you have to be engaged too. You can't get your wife or your husband to go join the gym and all of a sudden you ain't available on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays for buys and ties. It don't work. Just saying. But I know a lot of people in loving relationships, it doesn't matter what their husband or wives look like, but it's important that you continually look good to your mate. If you want to be intimate with them, you want to still find them attractive. I know a couple couples that have been married for over 50 years, and the couples that stay together the longest, first of all, communicate, and second of all, continue to do the little things to look good for each other. They brush their teeth first thing in the morning. They don't lay around all day in their sweatpants all day long. If the neighbors are coming over, they sit there and they put nice clothes on. Well, put nice clothes on for me. And that goes both ways for guys and girls. Do the right thing and make sure you look very presentable and look sexy and look nice for your mate. And I promise you, you'll end up getting a lot more than you want. And if it comes down to gifts where they've gained a few pounds, particularly after maybe a woman just had a baby, there's all kinds of different things that affect us in life, then continue to do hygienically and cosmetically and physically the right things to look attractive to your mate. And if they ask for it, then you have the open invitation to get them whatever you want. Brandon Austin Morris, good morning to you, brother. If they don't, then there are subtle ways to kind of lean into that a little bit. So in 2023, it's not a New Year's resolution to lose weight. It's a lifestyle change, and it's all good. I'm going to continue to get after it with the kids. I'm going to record some more shows tomorrow. I have When in Rome with Stuart Rome, the Woodhouse Day Spa. I am going to be taking my daughter for a pedicure and a manicure later this week. I'm going to get a full body massage thanks to Dr. Josh Claypo next week. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about that. Birmingham.woodhousespas.com, Birmingham.woodhousespas.com. They are going to have a new expansion, the second reopening. Their grand reopening is going to be happening sometime in 2023, probably in January, February, maybe March. So I'm excited about that. Again, thanks to Kip Kiefer for joining the show yesterday. Michael Coleman joined the show. Dr. Rab Darkside the Pooch from the Rossbridge Animal Hospital is fantastic. We'll also be doing Mark Ingram, the UAB Director's Chair, which is one of our most listened to podcasts, the UAB Blazer Nation Getting After It. Oh, by the way, too, if you get a chance, 5:45 later on tonight, the Chanticleers and the Pirates of East Carolina are going to be down at Protective Life Stadium for the big bowl game, the Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl. I'll be down there with the kids. Going to get after it at 5:45. It's going to be chilly, but anytime we can support a bowl game here in Birmingham, it is fantastic. So check it out. Get some tickets for that as well. Thanks again to all of my great clients. Al Cooper, I know, is usually watching. He's on right now. Al Cooper, CoosaValleyAutoSale.com, CoosaValleyAutoSale.com. There's a New Year's resolution. Don't be driving a piece of shit in 2023. Get yourself a nice car. CoosaValleyAutoSale.com. And thanks to everyone else watching this morning. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Make sure you download the TKR app through Apple, Tony Kurre Radio through Android. Watch all of our shows. We have fantastic shows, 13 different shows, classic rock the rest of the time. I love you. God bless you.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Kurre Radio.